Hi there, everybody. It is it's the end of another week, 3rd of Feb. Finally had a bit of movement today. It's still been a pretty quiet week, not the most exciting of weeks. Big thing today has been non-farms. It's a really good number. Well, not really good number. It was a very good number. It beat expectations by quite a long way. Came in at 227. It was forecast about 160. And the unemployment rate did tick up 0.1%, and I think the market seems to have taken that as being a dovish thing. Obviously, as we know with Yellen, she'll look for any excuse not to hike rates. I think this could be one of them. So what we've seen, initially the move we've sort of been watching out for really began in the FTSE because of the comments out from Mark Carney in the last couple of days. He said, he's contradicted himself really. He said that obviously he acknowledged, said he was worried about inflationary pressures, but then said there's no chance really. He can't see rates going up anytime soon. Maybe not really until 2018. So yeah, he baffles me. The way that he panicked after the Brexit referendum vote, printing all that money, bringing down rates further. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this guy. I don't think he quite gets it. But nonetheless, before he said that yesterday, Sterling had poked his head just above 127. It came all the way back down to to 124.50. And it's actually a good way, quite a simple way of looking at the FTSE at the moment. It kind of moves inversely with cable. So when the pound weakens against the dollar, the FTSE tends to rise. Obviously, the fact that a lot of the large constituents of the FTSE earn their money in dollars. I suppose that's quite a nice simple way to look at how to trade it really. So yeah, we've had a big move back down. It has recovered slightly. It's back over 125 now on the back of a weaker dollar. But yeah, we've finally seen a good sort of breakout move in the FTSE. Obviously, if anybody did the similar trade to what I did the other day, we've really got to get over this 7,200 hurdle, and then it could be full steam ahead to at least sort of 73, 73.50 maybe. So there's only 20 minutes left in the day now, and it's right on this level. So, if it closes up here, this today's candle like this closes its highs, and then if it gets above 7,200 at the start of next week, we could see some follow through and another bit of a move up. This almost looks like now. I was sort of looking at this. Obviously, this level is very important. It doesn't always work like a sort of flat bottom or whatever. I've just drawn this little sort of line on here, so it almost looks like, I don't know they call it flags or pennants or whatever you want to call this. It's a continuation pattern basically. So the market has extended, it's drifted. People have gathered positions, and then it's a pretty nice break through that sort of little resistance line there. So yeah, we could be looking at a move, maybe even to fresh all-time highs. So we'll see how it plays out in the next couple of weeks. The other trade, I just wanted to say the Estee Lauder trade. If anybody tried that trade, that's going pretty nicely. They announced pretty strong results, especially the sales figures. They're doing a bit of restructuring and things as well, but they explained it pretty well in their financial statement. The market seems to have reacted pretty well to that. So this had this little area of sort of narrowing or whatever you want to call it. It broke. I think I took the trade when it was about 81.25, something like that. I can't quite remember. It broke. It came back and retested. Just dipped its toes below here, and off it's gone again. So I'm hoping that one's going to sort of target the 200-day moving average at its next target. If it does that in the not too distant future, then I'm gonna be out of that trade. But anyway, that's Estee Lauder as well. So that about wraps it up for this week. There's not been that much really talk about. It's been a fairly quiet week. One thing I did just want to add was, got a question from somebody asking about what sort of thing I'm looking to do with Halcyon. Is it going to be like a simple trade signaling service? And no, that's not what it's going to be. Like it to be more of a community type thing. It's definitely not trade signals. I don't think that's a really good way of doing it anyway, because if I'm giving out trade signals and people have got other things to do, or don't happen to be in the front of their computer at any set given time and miss the trade, and it's not too practical way of doing things. Secondly, I've tried trading sort of FX, fixed income futures, and those sort of things, without too much success. So I kept getting stopped out a lot. So I wouldn't recommend you listen to me in terms of a basic sort of, right, take this trade, put your stop here, put your profit target here, because that style of trading really didn't work for my personality. So the only thing I've always come back to is trading options. So yeah, I want it to be more than sort of just a trade signal. It's going to be more ideas, discussions. And I think a bit more advanced really than just a bog standard sort of FX trade signal type thing. So I'm going to talk about politics a lot. It's going to be a fascinating year this year with all the European elections coming up. It's going to be absolutely fascinating to see what happens with all that. It's going to be interesting to see if Trump can keep things together, how all that plays out. The role of central banks, rising interest rates, rising inflation. There's going to be all sorts of things to talk about. And like I said, like with the BT video yesterday and things, I'm not going to tell somebody, take this trade and you have to sell puts, you have to do this, because there's no right way to trade. There's infinite ways to trade. Many people make money in the markets in many, many different ways, using different products on different markets. And if you like the BT idea, if you sort of agree with me, or you have a bullish bias towards it, then yeah, if you want to buy the stock, buy the stock. If you want to buy calls or sell puts, well, that's absolutely fine. Or you want to do what I'm doing, that's absolutely fine as well. But yeah, it's not going to be some sort of automated type, right, do this now, put your stop in, and that's not the thing at all. So yeah, that's what the aim is about this. More of a community thing, discussing ideas, and building up a much sort of broader and slightly more medium to longer term view, rather than some intraday, 5 or 10 minute trade or whatever. When it's, to me, that's just noise. I like to look at, try and take a step back and look at the sort of broader picture of things. So yeah, that's it. Enjoy your weekend, and we shall see what transpires next week.